tourist changed an entire village forever. The true story you won't believe. One person, one unexpected journey, one village forever changed. This is the powerful story of how a solo traveler stumbled upon a forgotten village in Southeast Asia and ended up transforming its future. But this isn't just about travel, it's about impact, connection, and how anyone, including you, can spark change in most unexpected places. Our story begins with Jemmy, a young traveler from Canada backpacking through Laos in 2019. After missing a bus, she ended up in a village that wasn't on Google Maps. The people welcomed her warmly despite the language barrier, but what struck Jamie most wasn't the kindness, it was the school. Barely a building and barely any supplies. Jamie had originally planned to stay in the village for just a few days. Maybe take some scenic photos, try the local food, and then move on. But something changed. As she walked through the village each morning, she noticed the same thing. Dozens of curious eyes watching her from doorways and schoolyards. The children followed her with big smiles and asked endless questions like, "Where are you from? What is that device? Can you sing a song from your country?" They had so much excitement and hunger to learn. Yet the local school had only one outdated textbook to share between dozens of students. There was no Wi Fi, no proper library, no art supplies, just chalk, a blackboard, and hope. Jamie's heart ached. Instead of continuing her travels, she chose to stay. She extended her visit, found a modest homestay, and began volunteering at the village school. Every morning, she taught English using only her phone. Every evening, she played music for the children, recording of classical piano, jazz, even her favorite folk songs. Most of them had never heard a violin before. Some had never seen a smartphone. She taught them the alphabet, but they taught her how to make traditional bread. She taught them songs in English, but they taught her dances from their culture. There was a pure exchange, untouched by money, driven only by human connection. The month passed quickly, too quickly. On her final day, the children surprised her. They had drawn pictures of her with crayons, borrowed from another village. Some tried to write "thank you" in English on torn notebook paper. When she left after a month, she made a promise to come back. And she did. But this time, not alone. Back in Canada, Jamie launched a modest GoFundMe. Her story spread, first among friends, then the media. In just 6 months, she raised over $30,000. She returned, this time with solar lights, books, laptops, and trained volunteers. The village had its first internet connection, its first library. The children could now learn beyond their borders. Parents wept, realizing their children had opportunities they never imagined. For the first time, one young girl said, "I want to be a doctor." And no one laughed. They believed her. By 2023, the school was rebuilt with proper classrooms. Students began placing in national competitions. One boy, now 15, says he wants to be a teacher, inspired by Jamie. But transforming a village wasn't just about books and bricks. It required trust earned over time. As word spread, other volunteers from different countries reached out to Jamie. A small non-profit began to form named Light Steps. But not everything went smoothly. There were cultural misunderstandings, delayed shipments, and even moments of resistance from elders unsure of the sudden changes. Jemmy had to pause the second phase of the project and work with local leaders to align on what they wanted. That decision changed everything. Together, they co designed the next project, Clean Water. In 2024, thanks to a collaboration with the Laos based NGO Light Steps, installed a sustainable water purification system in the village. It was no longer just Jamie's vision, it was theirs. Villagers were trained to maintain the system themselves. For the first time, the community had clean running water. And for Jamie, this was the greatest success, not just change, but empowerment. Jamie didn't set out to change the world, she just followed her heart. From a backpack and a chance encounter to clean water, education, and economic growth, this was never the plan. But it was possible because of one truth: connection creates change. And if one tourist can do all this, imagine what millions of us could do if we showed up, listened, and cared. This story is a reminder you don't need to be rich or famous to make a difference. So, where will your next journey take you? If you liked this, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.